3.7 Fractions, Decimals, Percents. In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a fraction to a decimal to a percent, or a percent all the way back to a fraction. So we'll start with a fraction like 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, however you want to say it. First, I want to turn my fraction into a decimal. And to do that, I'm going to divide the numerator by the denominator to get 0.25. Now to turn this decimal into a percent, we're going to now multiply it by 100% to get 25%. So 1/4 is the same as 0.25, which is the same as 25%. Fraction to percent, turn your fraction to a decimal, turn your decimal to a percent. Let's do one more. Let's go 3/5. 3 divided by 5, which is 0.6, times 100, which is 60%. So as a fraction, as a decimal, as a percent. This can be used when you are trying to figure out how well you did on a test. Say on your test you got 27 out of 30. I want to take my fraction and turn it into a decimal. 27 divided by 30. Which is 0.9. Multiply that by 100 to get 90%. So I got 90% on my test. Now if you're going to go from a percent to a fraction, you would do the opposite steps. 37%. If to turn a decimal to a percent, I multiplied by 100. Then to turn a percent to a decimal, I'm going to divide by 100 to get 0.37. And then to turn that into a fraction, the number after the decimal point becomes my numerator. And the bottom number is the place value, tenths, hundredths. So I write 100. I can't simplify that, and so I can leave it right there as my final answer. Let's do one more. Let's go 24%. Another way of doing this is to go 24%. Well, that would be 24 over 100. And so my decimal would be 0.24. Percent means per 100. So we can write the percent over 100 as a fraction. However, 24 over 100 can be simplified. I'm going to start by dividing by 2 because both the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator, are even. So I can divide them both by 2. They're divisible by 2, and I get 12 over 50. However, I can divide these also by 2 to get 6 over 25. There's no common factor here, and so this would be my fraction, 6/25. I can double check that by going 6 over 25, and its decimal is 0.24, same as what we had before.